Please join me in welcoming John Jay College's 2018 Alumnus of the Year, Jeffrey Deskovic.
At John Jay College, we have the slogan, fierce advocates for justice. For me, that's very deeply personal. That's not abstract. Justice is clearly defined. I was arrested in 1990 for a murder and rape, which I did not commit. Having that developmental portion of my life spent while wrongfully in prison was definitely a significant adversity. But it went far beyond that. I had to repeatedly fight off feelings of hopelessness, helplessness, thoughts of giving up, suicidal ideation.
One time, I nearly lost my life because I got hit on both sides of my head near the temple repeatedly with 10-pound weight plates because the inmates thought that I was a rapist since I had been convicted.
A lot of times when we think about people who are exonerated, we feel the mixed emotion of the horror, but also the elation that they're free now, that their injustice is over, and we frequently envision, most of us, that it's life happily ever after. But that's not actually the reality.
And I thank God for my freedom. Yet also, I try to first remember the people that I metaphorically left behind. That's the first thought in my head before I think about enjoying the moment with the people who are sharing those with me.
My life mission is to free people who are wrongfully imprisoned and to prevent wrongful convictions. That's how I make sense of, that's how I understand why I went through the 16 years of wrongful imprisonment that I did. A light bulb went off and I realized, you know, I could be an advocate. I don't necessarily have to be an attorney to be part of the innocence movement.
I started an organization called the Jeffrey Deskovic Foundation for Justice, named after me, committing $1.5 million to be a part of the overall effort towards fighting wrongful convictions through trying to prevent that from happening, through raising awareness and seeking changes in the law, working to exonerate the wrongfully convicted and helping exonerees back into society.
I wanted to be recognized as an advocate whose backstory is that I was wrongfully imprisoned, but that I wasn't simply an exoneree. I'm not just what happened to me, but that drives me. But I'm an advocate on the same par and level as somebody else who hadn't been wrongfully convicted.
Think about this. I had never been arrested for so much as a violation. I was not a high school dropout. In fact, I was on my way to school at the time in which I was initially intercepted by the police. It happened to me. It could happen to you, your son, your daughter, your neighbor, your best friend. Thank you very much for listening to me.